Ron White, two-time USA memory champion, founder of BrainAthlete.com. I'm going to teach you how to speed read. You do this, you're going to double your reading speed. I promise you. First thing we need to do is determine how fast you read. So get yourself a book that you've never read before. Not a technical manual, but some normal book. Then I want you to time yourself and read for 5 full minutes. At the end of the 5 minutes, mark where you stopped. Then go back and I want you to count the number of words in the first 4 lines and then divide by 4. And that's going to tell you how many average words there are per line. Now go count how many lines you read, multiply that by the average words per line, and you'll get how many words you read. Then simply divide that number by 5 and you will have your reading speed. So it sounds complicated, and I hate to bring math into this, but it's very simple. Read for 5 minutes, then figure out how many average words are per line by calculating that in the first 4 lines. Multiply it by the number of lines you read, and then divide by 5 for the words per minute. The average person reads 175 to 250 words per minute with comprehension. Again, if any of that didn't make sense to you on how to figure it out, go back and reread it. This is why you read slow. The average person who reads the sentence, the dog ran with the boy, would read the sentence, the dog ran with, the dog ran with the dog ran with the boy. It's called visual regression. You don't realize your eye is doing it because it's doing it so rapidly that you don't even notice it. But because your eye is doing it, it's slowing your eye down. In order to speed read, you have to keep your eye moving at a steady, quick pace. If you don't, trust me, your eye is going to bounce all over the page and it's going to read the sentence, the dog ran with the boy. It's going to read that, the dog ran with, the dog ran with the boy, and it's going to slow you down. It's called visual regression. The biggest key to speed reading is keeping your eye moving in a fluid motion, keeping it moving in a fluid pattern. So you just see the sentence and then you keep moving. I have watched people double their reading speed just by learning how to keep their eye moving. Now, the next thing that's going to slow you down about reading is you verbalize the words. In other words, you're sounding the words out. Whenever you're reading to yourself. For example, you would read this. Don't verbalize each word. Don't read to yourself. Don't read to yourself. Don't verbalize each word. This is how you keep your eye moving. Use your hand motion. This is called the push. I want you to pretend like each one of those X's on this screen is a word, and I want you to pretend like that line is the pattern of your finger. Pretend like your finger starts in the top left-hand corner. Put your finger in the top left-hand corner and then just push it along the page and force your eye to follow your finger. If you force your eye to follow your finger, you will be amazed at how fast you read. Force your finger to go faster than you think is possible. When you see these speed readers and they're rubbing the pages, do you know what they're actually doing? They're just forcing their eye to follow their finger. If you looked at Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address and you wanted to speed read it, you would, instead of reading it 4 years ago, our fathers brought forth. That's how the average mind would read that. The mind that's speed reading, it would put the finger underneath the first word and then just move the finger along the page. And that way you're only reading each word once. Try to learn to see groups of words, but this is really the biggest key and the best key to reading faster. Trust your brain. Don't sound out the words. Read faster than you think is possible. I remember when I first started memorizing a deck of cards, the best advice I ever got was go faster than you think is possible. Test your reading speed. Do what I suggested, and then I want you to read the way I suggested with your finger and not sound out the word for 5 minutes and see if your reading speed has improved. Repeat, and then read faster than you ever thought possible.